there is a whisper inside you that has never ceased calling. It has been with you since birth, perhaps even before. It's the feeling that this reality, this version of life you're living, is just a fragment of what's possible. You feel it in quiet moments. You sense it in your dreams. You catch glimpses when time seems to fade, and something greater, something eternal, grazes your awareness. This whisper is not imagination. It is your link to the quantum field, the infinite living consciousness that holds every version of you, every possibility, every timeline you might enter. And here's the truth. The version of you that is abundant, healed, fulfilled, and radiant already exists. Not in some far-off future, not after you've struggled enough, but now, vibrating in the field, waiting for you to align. This is the sacred art of quantum jumping. Most people get it wrong. They think it's a mental exercise, a visualization, a trick to manifest desires. But the mystics, the great teachers, pioneers like Joe Dispenza and Bruce Lipton, they understand something deeper. You are not separate from your desired reality. You are woven into it. The quantum field isn't a destination. It's the fabric of your very being. And when you shift your vibration, when you align mind, heart, and body, you collapse into the timeline that's been waiting for you all along. Bruce Lipton's work shows you aren't confined by your DNA, your past, or your circumstances. Your biology adapts to your environment, and you design your inner world. Every thought, every emotion, every belief sends signals through your body, shaping your cells, carving your future. Joe Dispenza teaches that you can't build a new reality while clinging to the emotions of your old self. If you wake with the same thoughts, harbor the same fears, repeat the same routines, you recreate the same reality endlessly. To quantum jump, you must shatter the cycle. Let me share something sacred with you. The quantum field responds not to what you want, but to what you emit. Your desires, your affirmations, your vision boards. These are surface-level signals. The real signal comes from your embodied state, from the frequency you carry in your heart, your breath, your being. This is why people struggle. They attempt to think their way into a new life while clinging to the emotional weight of the old one. They seek abundance, yet resonate scarcity. They crave love, yet radiate fear. They desire health, yet vibrate doubt. The quantum field can only meet you where you stand. So here's your invitation. Move beyond the surface of your mind. Dive deeper into the lived experience of your existence. Picture the version of you already living in your desired reality. How do they feel in their skin? What energy do they project? What choices flow naturally to them? This isn't about pretending, it's about recalling. It's about awakening the frequency of the self you were destined to embody. Pause here for a moment. Close your eyes if you'd like. Breathe. Sense the quiet pulse of potential moving through you. It's always been there. It's that part of you that knows, without proof, without evidence, that more is possible. That you're meant to live in alignment, in harmony, in growth. This is the threshold. And what follows, we'll cross it together. We'll examine how the quantum field answers your strongest signal, why biology and consciousness are inseparable, and how to escape the cycles that drag you back into old patterns. The real question is, are you prepared to remember your true nature? If you're still reading, something within you has stirred. Perhaps you can't yet put it into words. Maybe you don't understand why, but you feel that pull, the irresistible draw of a new reality summoning you forward. This is the quantum call. Leap. The instant when you stop waiting for change and realize you are the change. Let's dive deeper. Quantum jumping is often misrepresented. People believe it's about fantasizing a new life or hoping for magic. In reality, it's about merging with a higher vibrational existence, one that already vibrates within the infinite quantum field. Here's the science. Quantum physics shows us that every possibility, every version of you, every potential reality exists as vibration in this energetic field. You're already connected to these potentials. But, and this is crucial, the observer effect proves that what you focus on, what you energize with emotion, collapses probability waves into lived reality. In simpler terms, your focus plus your feeling equals your experienced reality. Joe Dispenza's research illuminates this perfectly. The quantum field doesn't respond to your hopes or ambitions. It responds to the energy signature you emit. So if you keep focusing on what's missing, if you keep feeling lack, fear, or frustration, you're accidentally collapsing timelines that reflect those states. Bruce Lipton expands on this by showing how your biology is shaped not by genes, but by the environment your thoughts and emotions create. Your body is always listening, adapting, responding. It's not just along for the ride, it's a co-creator. When you combine these insights, something profound clicks. Quantum jumping isn't a mental exercise, it's embodied transformation. Here's an example. Picture two versions of yourself. One wakes up, grabs their phone, feels anxious about the day, replaying old worries and habits. Their body pumps stress hormones. Their nervous system tenses. They move through life reinforcing the same limited timeline they've always known. The other wakes with gratitude. They lean into possibility before proof appears. They relax their body, open their heart, and align their mind with trust and expansion. Their chemistry shifts. Their electromagnetic field adjusts. Their signal to the quantum field changes, and reality reshapes around them. Same person, different frequency, different timeline. Here's what most overlook. Quantum jumping isn't about effort, it's about alignment. Alignment means your thoughts, emotions, body, and energy all broadcast the same signal. No conflict, no inner sabotage, no subconscious resistance. Joe Dispenza teaches that coherence unlocks the heart's electromagnetic power, balances brainwaves, and makes you a magnet for the quantum field. Bruce Lipton proves that shifting from survival mode, fight or flight, to growth mode, trust, openness, lets your biology activate healing, renewal, and new potential. So why is jumping so hard? Because most are chemically hooked on their old self. Their body craves familiar emotional ruts. Their subconscious fights the unknown. They try to leap mentally, but their body drags them back. That's why embodiment is key. To quantum jump, you must live the new timeline, feel it, breathe it, move as it. Pause here. Close your eyes if you'd like. Take a slow, deep breath. What timeline have you been feeding without realizing? What emotional loops play on repeat? How would it actually feel to vibrate as the version of you who's already leapt? This isn't about forcing change. It's about settling into alignment. It's about knowing the quantum field is alive, listening, ready. It's about seeing your future self not as distant, but already reaching back. If this resonates, if something in you is stirring, drop one word in the comments that captures the timeline you're stepping into. Freedom, abundance, health, love, trust, whatever sparks your soul. Let this be a declaration, not for me, but for you, and for the quantum field that's always listening. Let's go deeper. You've now realized quantum jumping isn't about wishing, wanting, or even visualizing harder. It's about alignment, a complete vibrational match between who you're being now and the version of you already living in the higher timeline you desire. But here's the most overlooked truth. The leap isn't external, it's internal. When people hear quantum jump, they often picture something dramatic, a sudden external miracle. But quantum shifts don't occur because the universe changes around you. They happen because you change your state, and the universe, via the observer effect, mirrors that new state back. Joe Dispenza teaches this. When you close your eyes and step beyond your senses, when you shed your familiar identity, your name, past, body, environment, you enter the quantum field as pure consciousness. From this space, creation begins. But creation doesn't come from the mind alone. It comes from the heart, body, and energy system working together. You must feel the emotions of the new reality before it manifests. This is where many stall. They think abundance while still feeling lack. They affirm love while vibrating fear. They visualize healing while harboring doubt in their cells. The quantum field responds not to mixed signals, but to coherent energy. Bruce Lipton's research shows the subconscious mind drives approximately 95% of your life. If it's still running old programs, I'm unworthy, I can't have what I want, life is hard, no conscious effort to jump will overcome your biology's pull. This is why reprogramming is essential. So how do you reprogram? You don't fight the old, you build the new. Here's the process. Step 1. Step beyond the old self. Through meditation, breath work, or focused intent, dissolve your familiar identity. As Dispenza says, become no one, nowhere, in no time. Pure awareness. Step 2. Activate elevated emotions. Don't just imagine the new timeline, feel it. What emotions fill the version of you who's already there? Gratitude? Freedom? Joy? Generate them now, before proof appears. Step 3. Embody the frequency. Quantum jumps aren't one-time events. They're sustained by daily alignment. Catch yourself slipping into old patterns, breathe back into coherence, and act from the new state. Repeatedly. Step 4. Trust the field. Release attachment to how and when. The external shift will follow. Remember, reality rearranges itself around your dominant frequency, not your timeline or impatience. The field is always responding. Let me give you an example. Imagine 2 timelines. In one, you wake up and immediately remember everything you're worried about. You check your phone, you tense up, you rush through your day. Even if you try to manifest, you're doing it from a place of survival. In the other, you wake up, take a breath, connect to your heart, and embody the version of you already living your dream life. You walk, speak, and make decisions from that state. You carry it with you, not just for a moment, but for hours, days, weeks, until it becomes who you are. Which version do you think the quantum field answers to? Quantum jumping isn't performance. It's not about pretending. It's about remembering and practicing a new way of being until it rewires your mind, body, and life. Joe Dispenza calls this getting comfortable with the unknown, stepping into uncertainty not with fear, but excitement. Bruce Lipton calls it shifting the signal you emit, telling your cells a new story through your biology. Pause now. Take a breath. Close your eyes if you like. Imagine you've already made the jump. You've already dissolved the old timeline. You've already aligned with your highest self. How does that feel? What shifts inside you right now, just from considering that possibility? Before we go further, I invite you to say it aloud, as a simple declaration. I am ready. You're not speaking to me. You're speaking to yourself, to your cells, to the quantum field. You've come much farther than you realize. You've crossed inner thresholds most people spend lifetimes circling. But here's the truth you must carry forward. The leap isn't the end. The leap is the beginning. Quantum jumping isn't a single moment of transformation. It's a continual act of embodiment, a repeated choice to live as the version of yourself who's already stepped into the higher timeline. The risk isn't that you'll fail once or twice. It's that you'll slip back into the comfort of the old timeline, not because it's better, but because it's familiar. Every day, you face small doorways, tiny openings where the old and new timelines collide. When doubt creeps in, when frustration flares, when an old habit tempts you. These aren't signs you're failing. They're tests, invitations, thresholds. The question isn't whether the new timeline is real. It already is. The question is whether you'll claim it again and again until it becomes your new home. To sustain the shift, you must become fiercely intentional about the energy you feed. Every thought, choice, and word is an offering. Are you offering it to the old timeline, the one where you're small, limited, fearful, doubtful? Or to the new timeline, where you're expansive, trusting, abundant, aligned? This isn't about perfection. It's not about never slipping or wavering. It's about the frequency you return to, the vibration you reinforce. You grow stronger through repetition. The quantum field isn't testing you, it's mirroring you. Your power lies not in forcing the field to bend to your will, but in aligning so completely with a version of yourself, your desire to be that the field has no choice but to reflect it back. This is why ritual matters. Not because rituals are magic, but because they anchor your focus, your energy, your intention. When you light a candle, speak an affirmation, or take a conscious breath, you aren't just going through the motions. You're planting a flag in a new timeline. You're declaring, I belong here. This is where I live now. Let your life become a living ritual. Let your mornings begin not with rushed habits, but with a pause, a breath, a reminder. Who am I today? Which version of myself am I nurturing? Let your days be marked by small returns to presence. A hand over your heart, a quiet whisper of trust, a moment eyes closed to feel the energy you're choosing. Let your nights close, not replaying the day's worries, but rehearsing the future you've already claimed. Thank you. Thank you for the life I'm stepping into. Thank you for the shift already unfolding. And when you're tested, as you will be, remember, the test isn't punishment, it's a mirror. It shows you where you're still tangled in the old. It asks you to choose anew. The test doesn't demand you fight the past. It asks you to feed the future, to steep yourself so deeply in the higher timeline's frequency that the old one fades from neglect. You're not just manifesting events, you're manifesting a self, an identity, a way of being. This shift isn't about getting something, it's about becoming someone, and that someone already lives within you, waiting not to be built, but revealed. Pause. Breathe into your chest, your heart, your belly. Notice where you cling to tension, resistance, doubt. Not to judge it, but to soften it. Whisper, even aloud, I trust the leap. I trust the shift. I trust the becoming. Feel the energy inside you adjust, even slightly. This is the work. This is the path. Before we close, anchor this energy. In the comments, share one practice, one ritual, one promise you're making to honor your leap. Maybe it's a morning intention, a word you'll whisper, a gesture you'll offer yourself. Let it be small, but true. Let it be yours. This space is here to witness you, to hold you, to remind you you're not doing this alone. You've arrived at the edge of yourself. And here, at this trembling threshold, you can feel it. The pulse of the life you're stepping into. Not the life you dream of, not the life you chase, but the life you inhabit. The shift you're making isn't about adding to yourself. It's about shedding all that was never truly you. The fear, the doubt, the inherited tales, the conditioned habits. They aren't your core. They're costumes you learned to wear. And now, here you stand, bare, heart open, ready to wrap yourself in the rhythm of your true becoming. Quantum leaping isn't a game of chasing results. It's the art of remembering. Remembering that the timeline where you're already aligned, already abundant, already whole, already free, exists now. It lives in this breath, this moment, this very heartbeat, and you reach it not by forcing, not by straining, but by yielding to the truth that you are, and always have been, a co-creator with the universe. The field answers you because the field is you. It doesn't test you, it reflects you, it doesn't deny you, it moves with your vibration. The more you settle into alignment, when your thoughts, emotions, choices, and energy flow as one, the more the quantum world shifts to match that state. But here's the secret you carry forward. The leap isn't once. The leap is daily, hourly, moment by moment. Every breath, every choice, every quiet thought is a crossing. Are you choosing the timeline where you stay small, unsure, hesitant? Or are you stepping into the one where you rise, where you claim, where you shine without apology or pause? You already have all you need. Not tomorrow. Not after you fix something, or prove something, or master something. Now, here. You are already encoded with the signal of your highest self. You simply need to tune into it, trust it, strengthen it. Let this be your practice. Awaken each day, not with a checklist of what you must achieve to be worthy, but with the quiet certainty that you are already worthy. Walk into your day not as someone trying to manifest, but as someone already manifesting. By the way you hold your gaze, the way you speak your truth, the way you soften when tension arises, the way you remember when the old timeline calls. In moments of doubt, return here, to your breath, to your center, to the still, unwavering truth that you are the portal, the bridge, the key. There is no separation between you and the version of yourself you long to meet. That version of you is already here, woven into your cells, humming beneath your skin, pulsing in the space between your thoughts. Pause now. Breathe into this moment. Feel the current of life running through you. Not the life you inherited, not the life you settled for, but the life you choose. Whisper to yourself, perhaps even aloud, I am aligned. I am leaping. I am becoming. This is not the end of a journey. This is the start of a new rhythm, a new frequency, a new relationship with life where you no longer wait, no longer bargain, no longer shrink. You rise, you leap, you endure. If this journey has stirred something inside you, if you feel the click, the shift, the quiet yes rising in your heart, I invite you to subscribe, not as a follower, but as a co-creator, a fellow traveler, a being who is here to expand, align, and remember. And in the comments, share one word, one powerful word that captures your leap. It could be sovereignty, freedom, love, flow, abundance, or a word only you know. Let it be a signal, not just to me, not just to this community, but to the universe itself. Declare it, anchor it, breathe it into the quantum, where it can ripple, echo, and return to you magnified. Thank you for walking this journey. Thank you for your presence, your energy, your trust. Keep leaping, keep softening, keep becoming. Because the truth is, you are not here to witness the magic. You are here to be the magic. And when you remember that, when you embody that, the quantum always answers.